Okay, that was a great episode. I like how they showed that Superman, in this show specifically, I like how Superman is powerful, but he isn't like the all in, be all, the end all be all. And I like how they showed that with the ending. Like he was still doing everything and the whole thing he did in the beginning. I believe that's a old power that doesn't get talked about a lot. I forget what it is, but I think it's supposed to be what actually like gives him his super strength, depending on the comic, where he has this like field around him, so that when he's lifting heavy things, it's actually just the field coming off his body, allowing for him to do that. I believe that's what the power is supposed to be. I forget what it's called. I don't think it's been used in anything for a while. This, I think, especially animated, this is the first time it's been shown. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. One of his old abilities. Just like the whole electricity thing is one of those ones that don't get brought up or used very often. And I really like that about the show that it's bringing up a lot of classic abilities and things for Superman that hasn't been used in a while, especially in the animated media. And then you got Henry, that was his name, I think. The Hammers. He wanted to build him another one after the company was bought by Lex. But the fact that those things were called Metallo, now that Lex owns it, Metallo is going to become a thing clearly, but a little different probably. I don't know if it's going to be a person that becomes Metallo necessarily with the new versions of all this tech. And we saw Livewire again. It doesn't look like she has any tech on, so I think the powers are finally permanent. Because I remember her starting to generate the power without necessarily having the suit on, which I think will be a case for a lot of these the rogues gallery in this show is that eventually the powers will become like physically permanent to the person. They might find something else that will give them the same abilities like Banshee. Everything's supposed to be like magic, I think, which could come back into play and they could use uh, magic to give her the power permanently. Never know. We haven't seen magic necessarily be used or brought into the show yet, but also liking how the kids, especially the main girl, are actually being used and being a part of the work for Jimmy. Actually got a story and a video out. We haven't seen the money counter this episode, but I think it's gonna be up like maybe next episode or when. And I think Lex will be able to fix the problems with the Talos. And Henry's gonna have to make himself a new machine, and I don't know where he's gonna work. Uh, but I can't wait to see where when he comes back and what happens with that. And I like the whole thing where Clark wrote his story about Superman not doing it alone and making Metropolis and the people of Metropolis more a part of it. And also doing the stuff with Lois's father. Excuses to be a bum is what I see. The whole the door thing, that's a classic thing, and like with military. But also liking that Jimmy's coming more into the role of a boss, and knowing that's more about uplifting your employees. But also both Lois and Clark doing the talk later, holding off important life choices they both are trying to make or think about. That's gonna come to a head eventually. She was offered a job. She got one up on Vicky, and Vicky appreciated that and was like, "I see your skill. They're so similar." But all in all, fantastic episode. I can't wait to see where we go from here, though. And that dude that's running the company, though, who's jobless now, talking about, "I just wanted to be the best, bro." Like she said, rethink your life choices. Great episode nonetheless, though. Can't wait to see how they utilize this ability more and explore it more.